Invisible Thief, and welcome to episode 10 on my Let's Play on Terraria Journey's End. In the last episode, I ended up fighting a goblin army and was able to find myself a goblin tinkerer named Runok. And out of episode, a bit more happened than I would have preferred, because I actually already recorded an episode 10, but my audio from my mic wasn't picking up, so it was only game audio in that, which is probably why a whole bunch of stuff seems different. I was able to get myself a Snapthorn, which is a new whip. I was also able to break a Shadow Orb and got myself a Vilethorn. I got a Sandstorm and a Balloon. I bought the Tinker's Workshop and was able to get myself Lightning Boots using a Hermes Boot, or the speedy boots I got, along with rocket boots, and then also I mixed it with an anklet of the wind that I found and an aglet to get these. And I also mixed a sandstorm in a bottle and the shiny red balloon that I had to get a sandstorm in a balloon. And you're probably wondering, how was I able to get a sandstorm in a bottle without a sandstorm in a bottle to make the sandstorm in a balloon? And that's because I have a second desert temple, which I explored in that episode, but that episode doesn't really exist anymore because my audio wasn't picked up. But in that chest, I was able to get a sandstorm in a bottle. Let me actually turn on a bit of auto pause here so I can explain a bit more. I was able to get a cobalt breastplate from the underground jungle while getting the anklet of the wind, and it counts as part of the jungle armor, so I got the set bonus, which is reduced mana usage. I was also able to combine my climbing claws and climbing shoe spike things to get tiger climb gear, and a blood moon happened. So I was able to get a money trough, which, if you don't know what it does, it's basically mobile storage. So I can spawn it anywhere, and I would just spawn this little flying piggy bank, which I can store all of my items and money in. And if I store my money in there, then I can buy stuff anywhere without needing to have the money actually in my inventory. So it's a really useful thing. And as you can see, I got stuff like a mana flower, band of star power, shiny red balloon, blizzard in a bottle. So all I'm missing is cloud in bottle, is in a bottle. So then I'll be able to mix the shiny red balloon and the blizzard in a bottle together to make a blizzard and balloon. And now I just need the cloud and bottle to be able to make a cloud and balloon, and then I'll be able to mix the blizzard and balloon, the sandstorm and balloon, and the cloud and balloon to be able to get a bundle of balloons, which will allow me to jump a whole lot, which will be a very, very useful thing. I was also able to get some life crystals. That was not in the episode, but I got it anyway, just to make sure that I can get my life all the way up to max. I also got a bloody tear from the blood moon, which is able to summon a blood moon, which is why it's almost night, so then I can summon in a blood moon and do that. I also attempted to beat the Eater of Worlds 3 times. The first time, I accidentally summoned it in and died. The third time, the summon was in a very awkward place, so I died. The second time, I got very close to beating the Eater of Worlds. Well, the battle was going well, but then I accidentally teleported away using my magic mirror and was unable to beat it. So, in this episode, now that you're pretty much caught up, I don't think I missed anything else. So in this episode, I'm going to be doing a blood moon again, and also I'm going to be trying to fish in the blood moon, because I know that you're able to fish up an enemy, which will drop a summon weapon, which I really want, because it's a new summon weapon, and I want new stuff. Right now, the only new thing I have is the Snapthorn, and I suppose kind of the Ball of Hurt, because it's acts differently. Oh yeah, as you can see here, I got a Shadow Orb, which from that. But I also got the Royal Delight, which dropped from the King's Slime, because I farmed that out a couple times. I also farmed the Eye of Cthulhu, but I was unable to get that drop. And this is just a little adorable little pet, and I love it. I was also able to get a Slime Mount, which allows me to jump quite a bit high and fall very fast, which I find very useful. And I can jump on enemies and damage them just like Mario. So, I know there's a whole load of new stuff as well. For instance, the tiger climb gear can be made into frog webbing and frog gear, which are new stuff, which do different things, which you can see there. I'm not sure if I'm going to make them because the Master Ninja gear is a very good thing. The water walking boots can now be made into the obsidian water walking boots and the lava waders. So if you had a molten charm, then you could just skip the obsidian water walking boots stage and go straight to the lava waders. And speaking of that, the frostbark boots are now a material, so I suspect that you'll be able to mix that with the lava waders to make some sort of super boots, which will be very, very useful. So those are stuff which I'm going to be making later. I got buggies, enchanted nightcrawlers, fisher of souls. I also made a nightmare pickaxe because I got scales from the second attempt against the Eater of Worlds. So that is it to mine hellstone, which is something that I'll be able to do very soon, assuming I get down to hell. Speaking of mining, looking for the cloud and bottle and also HORDEs, I explored quite a bit further underground. So now there's a whole lot more explored, and I'm much closer to being at the bottom of the world. Also explored a little bit in the snow biome, though it didn't take nearly as long to get what I needed. And I ended up exploring some over here because that's where I'm going to be fighting the Eater of Worlds next. But I'm thinking about doing that in the next episode. I'm talking very fast and I'm getting out of breath very fast. Yeah, this is the arena which I fought it in, and I counted up the amount because I had that episode and the last one. Or that episode and also the stuff out of the episode. So I died a total of 10 times out of episode, which is a lot of times out of episode. Like a lot of times I died out of episode. But now that it's night, I can summon the Blood Moon, which, as you can see, everything goes red, and enemies are able to break through doors. And there's also new enemies like the Drippler, which are not that hard of an enemy. But I'm going to be trying to fish in the Blood Moon to try and get a new item, which I really, really want to get because it's a new summon, and I have yet to play a summon in normal Terraria. So I really want to make sure that I'm able to get that. I know it summons in an enemy, just like that. A zombie, what is that? A zombie mermaid or something? Yeah, I think that's a zombie mermaid. That did 80 few damage. 1,200 health. That is a whole lot of health. Okay, I'm gonna try and stay back and use my magic weapon to see if that will be any more useful against these enemies. Because, can go very fast when in the water. And also pretty fast out of water. But my stuff do not do nearly enough damage on it. Okay, I'm getting to my platforms. So I now should be able to jump up here and deal a bit more damage. Let me zoom out so I can actually see the enemy that I'm attacking. The Snapthorn acts like the other whip I got, but a little bit faster, which I think is quite good. This zombie merman has a whole lot of health. I believe the summon that I'm actually going to get out of this is like a frog, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly. I didn't look too much into it, as I wanted to try and stay as blind as I possibly could, but I did end up finding that out because I ended up seeing it. It can move very fast. Is that what I'm looking for? Chum bucket. Toss in water up to 3 times to increase fishing power. Oh, in that case, I'm going to toss that into water 3 times to increase the fishing power, so then I'll be able to have another chance at getting it, because I was unable to get it that time. I know I can also summon in a flying enemy, which I'm a bit worried about, because that last one was pretty hard. But these enemies are very... Oh, a rock lobster. But it wasn't a rock. That's a bit... I don't remember that being something. Scarab fish, quest item. Okay, so that would be good if I end up getting a quest later on, saying that I need to catch the scarab fish. Got a flounder. There's a whole lot of new fish. Seems they improved the fishing system. I wonder if there's more enemies that you can get out of fishing, and not just these 2 enemies from the Blood Moon. I'm hoping to get this as soon as possible, because I'm not sure if I'll be able to... Oh, there's another zombie merman. Okay, let me just fish up one more thing. There we go. And there's the second thing. A wandering eye. That is very fast. These enemies are very powerful, and not something you wanna just take lightly, because that wandering eye is definitely something to be reckoned with. It is going so fast, and it's taking no knockback whatsoever. which is very tough. I wonder if the magic weapon will be able to do it. No, not even the magic weapon, which is able to do quite good at stopping enemies in their place, was not able to take out the Wandering Eye, and it has 900 health. But no, it was still unable to drop what I needed. Luckily, there's another zombie merman below me, so hopefully, if I'm lucky, that one will be able to drop what I need. I didn't actually look at the percentages, but I'm hoping I'll be able to get it within the night. Because if I don't, then hopefully I would be able to get another summon thing that will be able to allow me to summon in another blood moon. So then I'll be able to actually get this summon. Because I really want to get this summon before I fight the boss. Because I want to try and do a bit more summon. Like, I want to use all kinds of weapons, but I want to focus on using summon, because it seems like they really improved it in this update, and I really want to look at all sorts of summon things, because I think that'll be very cool. Sadly, it was unable to drop it again, which is a bit of a shame, but that's not that bad. Let me put some torches at the side of the water here, so then I can have a better view of what's going on to make sure that no enemies are gonna be in my way. So you can see the little particles of the chum bucket going down into the water, but I hope I'll be able to get this item, because I think it summons in a frog, if I'm correct. Oh, you can see the what's it called? The fallen star actually took out a zombie. That hasn't happened so far in this series. So that's very nice. Well, I mean, maybe it's not nice, but I think it's nice because it hasn't done that yet. So that's just confirmation that it does still, in fact, work. I'm pretty sure I was pretty sure it would, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't completely sure because I had not seen it yet, and things had come pretty close. So I'm hoping it's already halfway through the night, which seems a bit surprising, because it feels like this night has gone by very fast. Oh, an oyster. Right-click to open. Oh. But yeah, this night seems to have gone by very fast, which seems a bit odd, considering it's already past halfway through the night. But I've not been able to get this item, or any item that will be able to summon in another blood moon, which is not very good, because I really want this item, and I do not want to miss out on it. Oh, I ended up getting a wooden crate. That is quite good. I can get some loot out of it. And a second one. 2 in a row. Look at that. Real lucky that. But I've not been able to get a second or another one of the enemies that have a chance of dropping. I might want to, if I can't get it in this night, then I'll probably look at the percentages to see if I can see if it's a good chance. If it's way too rare, then I'll have to pass up on it for now, especially if I don't get an item. But oh, there's a zombie. There's one of the zombies. Oh no. No. Wait, it picked up some of my gold. That's good. Or did it? Yeah, it picked up some of my money. So hopefully, because I dropped quite a lot of money, the zombie merman will still be around, so I'll be able to go over there and take it out. Let me see what's in these crates. Not the best stuff. Oysters have shucked oysters. Aw, shucks. But is the zombie merman still around? Please say it's still around. Please, no. Ah, dang it. The zombie that stole my money stayed, but not the zombie merman, which is a very big shame. And look at that. Another zombie got defeated by the fallen star. Very lucky. If only that was the zombie merman, that would have been even more lucky, especially if I'd gotten the item, because that item looked very good. It summons in a frog. I'm not sure if I mentioned that, but it summons in a frog. A blood frog, I think. It summons in a red frog, I believe. I didn't get a good look at it when researching this, but it is a summon weapon, and I really want it because it's new. It's new, and I want to see all sorts of new stuff in this update. It'd probably be a bit easier if there weren't a giant swarm of eyes around me that I have to dodge to make sure that I don't get hit. Oh, here's another zombie merman. That is very good. Let me try and lead them around to the right, because that's where my battle platform is. which will be, well, it's battle platform for now, at least, where I want to battle it. I do end up wanting to, or I do want to end up making more buildings, but I just don't really have the materials for any of the buildings that I want to make. So one of the big materials that I want to make is, oh, the blood moon ended. Yeah, one of the big materials that I need to make something is cogs, which are sold by the steampunker in hard mode. And also for one of the things which I'll be able to make a bit more recently is meteorite, which is something that I should hopefully be able to get soon. But I've not actually gotten any meteorite landing yet, so hopefully I'll be able to get that soon. But no, that last blood zombie was unable to drop the item which I needed, which is very annoying because hold on. Let me, oh, there's a grebe. There's a grebe. Let me grab that grebe. It's material. I can probably just make a grebe cage. But yeah, let me check up the percentages to check if I can actually, if I could have actually gotten it in any realistic amount of time. Alright, I don't think I would have been able to get it because it's a 12.5% drop chance to actually get the item. So it was pretty slim chance. It was a pretty slim chance that I was actually going to be able to get it, but it was worth a shot. But sadly, I was unable to get it. I want to see what these new fish make, and also just anything else really, because the grebe, the flounder, all of the stuff that are here. Grebe, no, Colin. What can the grebe be made into? Roasted duck and grebe cage. I want a grebe cage. Eventually, I want a grebe cage. Rock lobster. What can you be made into? Lobster tail. I mean, it's a. Oh yeah, it's a lobster. Lobster can be made into lobster. And then sashimi. Okay. Well, in that case, I'm going to be putting the grebe away in the critters chest, which I've decided to have that placed there. Not sure if I've mentioned this, but I did end up, no, not that. I did make this little area here, which is a nice little tunnel, just so then you don't, it's not just a door and then just a mountain. Well, I mean, it is a mountain, but now there's a tunnel through the mountain. Oh, I actually got quite a bit of tin out of that, which is good because one of the builds that I want to make later on takes quite a bit of tin to be able to make it. So that will actually be quite good. But now that the blood moon is over, I'm going to try and make my way down to the underworld, actually. That's what I'm going to do. Because I'm nearly there, and I do have a pickaxe which is able to mine hellstone. So that will actually be quite a good thing for me to do. I just want to see if I'm able... Actually, obsidian skin takes obsidian, which I do not have any of. But I can take myself. I can take myself. Oh yeah, mana flower. That can also be made into new things. Before it could not be made into anything. Now it can be made into a mana flower, mana cloak, and an arcane flower. I'm going to be making it into a mana cloak later on. But for now, I'm just going to keep it in my inventory because I do not really have any use for it at the moment. So actually, I'm going to take a Splunk potion down with me into the mine. Also a couple mining potions, just so I can mine a little bit faster. See if I can find the final piece to the, see if I can find the cloud bottle, which is the final piece to what I need. Oh yeah, I also ended up buying the guide to critter companionship. So now I am unable to hurt any critters, which I think will be quite nice. Then I don't end up defeating any critters which I come across, because that would not be very nice. I really like this. I forgot to zoom in for that entire time. Well, not that entire time, just some of the time. Yeah, I really like the prince slime, the slime prince pet, because it is very adorable. I mean, look at its face. It's great. It would have been great if it did something, but it's fine. It's fine. It's adorable, which means that it is fine. I did end up going quite far down. This snapthorn is very useful to be able to actually go down here into the mine. I'm planning on using it along with the Vile Thorn. Oh, Snapthorn, Vile Thorn, lots of thorns. Planning on using them to take out the Eater of Worlds. Because now that I've fought it 3 times, I now have a bit more experience on how it's going to be. And I really need the damage, won't really cut it. So the piercing from these 2 weapons will be very useful. Oh yeah, here, in this little place over here, I found a cave, a small gem cave, filled with diamonds. And I ended up getting 30 few diamonds out of it, which is very lucky, because that is a lot of diamonds. Look at it. It's just purely 4 diamonds. I actually missed 2. I didn't realize that, but I missed 2 diamonds. But 30 few diamonds out of 1 cave is very lucky, and I'm very glad I was able to find it. The slime mount is very good to get down like a elevator, because you can just use it and go down much quicker than if you were just going on your own. While the Snapthorn might be good for like clearing away cobwebs, it's not that good just one-on-one against enemies, because it doesn't do that much damage, even though it does more than the boomstick. The boomstick fires multiple projectiles, which means that it's a bit better. But the Snapthorn I'm going to use against the Eater of Worlds, or at least try to, because it might be a bit better against it than the Vile Thorn, which you would typically use to defeat the Eater of Worlds because of its piercing. The Eater of Worlds in Master Mode now has a lot more defense than before in Easy Mode, or in Expert Mode, I mean, because, well, when I used grenades on it, tried using grenades on it, it did nothing against it. It did like 3 damage, which is nothing. Which I was very surprised on that. 4 grenades were another good method to be able to take out the Eater, but it did not work at all, which I found a bit surprising, because normally you could use grenades quite reliably to take out the Eater, but I was sadly unable to do it that time. This is a lot of lava right here. I don't think I'll be able to mine down here. No, that's a bit too much. This is a good place. I can mine down here, just barely, and just very carefully mine along here, trying to make sure that I don't end up dying from all of the lava caving in around me. So I can just mine right here, be very careful because I'm surrounded by lava, and just escape just like that. I'm keeping the game a bit zoomed out, so then I have, because of the Spelunker potion, so then I have a good view in case if there's a chest just like this one, which has a flare gun. Sadly, no cloud bottle, which is what I'm looking for. But I suppose it's better than nothing. Well, I mean, flare guns aren't that useful, but I might be able to use them for something later on. I am planning on going back to the desert to see if I can end up finding a golfer, because I'm pretty sure that you would be able to find them there because of what the guide said. And I really want to start on a golf course eventually. Planning on getting some people on maybe to be able to do a golf competition after I finish the golf course. Ah, that bat got destroyed. But in any case, this is going very well. I'm very low at the moment, which is very, very good. Oh, and there it is. You can see the background down there with its bat. Yeah, you can see the background down there with it changing from just stone to stone with lava. And that means that I am pretty much at the bottom of the world. It's just one last final layer. You can see that boulder trap there. Quite obvious, not the best boulder trap if I do say so myself. This skeleton has its head on backwards. It's very, very, very funny. Anyway, there's one more chest here. Let me just quickly check to make sure there aren't any boulder traps above it. And check. And nope, just a band of regen, which I already found one of. I forgot to mention or acknowledge that. But I ended up getting, now I have 2 band of regions. I might be able to make two things out of it, but I don't know. And there it is, Cloud and Bottle. That's what I was looking for, along with, you know, the bottom of the world, which is right down here. I'm very close. I was actually expecting it to take a bit longer than it did, but I'm very close to the bottom of the world. So let me just zoom in here to make sure that the reveal is nice and good. And there it is, bottom of the world. And now I'm in the underworld. There we go. There's the music. The music sounds the same. The area looks about the same. There's still bats galore. But now, instead of just cave bats, there's also hell bats, which have, how much? 138 health that one had, which is a lot of health for a bat. Like, a lot of health. You'd expect that health from something much further along in the game. And here's my first fire imp, and my first demon. Thankfully, it is not like Demon Steven, but it is bad nonetheless. I need to find some of the... Here we go. The hell houses. Because, oh, the background looks different. Or maybe I'm just not used to seeing it zoomed in. One of two things. Here's a shadow chest, which I cannot actually open yet. I need a shadow key to be able to open that, which I can find in the dungeon, which I can get to after I beat Skeletron. But these houses can make a good place to mine safely. Mine house and oh my gosh, a demon scythe. Those are so rare. Hold on, let me check up the percentages. How rare is that? It's a 2.86% chance, which is like 1 in 36, I think it said. That is so rare, and I got it on my first drop. That is so lucky. And if you don't know what it does, it basically does exactly what the enemies do. And toss that, and then it goes on. That'll be so useful against the Eater. That's such a lucky drop. I was thinking I'd need to get Hellstone or Hellstone armor or meteorite weapons or something along those lines. But this enemy just gave me the perfect weapon to be able to take out the Eater. And really, that Bone Serpent has a lot more defense than they used to have. I think, based on what that did. But yeah, these things pierce. This will be perfect. I'll be able to defeat it so easily. That's great. Now I can also attack the demons by using this. I think they look about the same. Actually, do they? I'm not sure if I've seen them up close before. Well, actually, I know I haven't because I've always played it completely zoomed out. So it's a bit odd seeing it completely zoomed in. But yeah, here's what I actually want to come to these houses for, which is no, and there we go. I died. But yeah, I want to go to those houses to get a demon. No, not a demon forge. A Hellstone forge, which allows me to smelt Hellstone. But this is very good. I got a demon scythe, and it's murderous, which increases damage and whatnot. That's very lucky. Very, very, very lucky. So, I'll be able to grab the Cloud and Bottle, grab the Blizzard and Bottle, and the Cloud and Bottle, Blizzard and Balloon, Shiny Red Balloon, Storm and a Balloon, or Sandstorm and a Balloon, Band of Regen, Band of Star Power, and then go over to Tinker's Workshop. I keep wanting to call it Goblin Workshop, but that's not what it's called. So now I can make a Cloud and Balloon, and then combine the Sandstorm and a Balloon, Blizzard and Balloon, and Cloud and Balloon to get a bundle of balloons, which is very good. Allows the holder to quadruple jump, which is very useful. But first, I'm also going to make the band a mana regeneration band. Increases maximum mana by 20, increases mana regeneration rate, which is very good. So I want to see what that can make, in case if it makes anything different. And nope, mana cuffs, which actually I can also still make. If I just go into the chest and grab, I believe an enemy dropped a shackle. Yep, there we go. Which should still only be able to be made into these, right? Yep. Which means that if I head right back over to the Tinker's Workshop, I can now make magic cuffs, which increases maximum mana by 20 and restores mana when damaged, as opposed to just increases the regeneration, which can still be made into the Celestial Cuffs, which is something which I can get later on. But I'll replace these with the tiger climbing gear because I do not really need that. So I'm going to put that in the piggy bank for later use, because that is something which I will definitely be able to use later. I only ended up getting 6 hellstone, which is fine because I would have also needed to get all the hellfire arrows look different. Oh, but yeah, I would have needed to also get obsidian, which is something which I have not actually gotten any of. Anyway, the hellstone arrows look different. Look at them. They look really nice, actually. They look much better, which is a really good thing to have happen. But yeah, let me show you how many diamonds I got from that cave. It is crazy. Look at this. I have 41 diamonds. That is so many diamonds. So many diamonds. It's really real good. I'm not sure what I'm going to make out of all of the diamonds, but I'm sure I'll be able to make something. But yeah, let me show off how many jumps I can do. Or I suppose I should count the normal one. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I can also use the rocket boots to get a little bit higher. So now I can go very high up in the air, which is very good. And then the lucky horseshoe prevents me from falling to my death. Sadly, you cannot combine the bundle of balloons with the lucky horseshoe to make a bundle of horseshoe balloons, because that would have been very good to be able to jump really high and also get the negates fall damage on top of that. But sadly, that's not what it did. But that is still fine, because now I have a demon scythe, which will be perfect to take down the Eater of Worlds, which I am going to fight in the next episode. I wasn't sure if I was going to be ready by the end of this episode to fight it, but because I got the demon scythe, I'm able to. Also, if you look at this, if you played Terraria a lot, this should look very odd, because I'm able to grapple through platforms, which is not something you were able to do before. Before, if you grappled onto a platform, then and you were like this, then all of your other grapples that you would send out would go to the same block, and you would just basically end up stuck. But now, it made it so the grapple, and also I think like two blocks on either side, if I'm correct, or maybe just one. Maybe I'm going crazy. But yeah, now that seemed like 2. So yeah, do that, and now you're just able to grapple onto just the blocks, which is very useful. Yeah, it seems to be about a 1 block difference. So the block and each platform on either side, which is still very useful, because before you would just get stuck here and be unable to move like this. But now you can grapple and just continue on your way, which I find very useful. Also, I ended up finding out in the episode that you did not see, because it did not save, this person turned into like a fox werewolf during the blood moon, and also I think the night after. So you could probably tell that by their chat, because this one time at Critter Camp, I woke up one morning and everything was torn apart. Like, wow, how did I sleep through that? And then another chat bubble here. I love animals like a lot. I tried to pet this weird looking fox one time. He so bit me, and now I become like one. Rad. So yeah, you can pretty much tell from that they do turn into a fox werewolf, basically a werefox, every once in a while. Also, in the emotes window, I think you can see here, yeah, zoologist fox, you can see up there, along with a whole bunch of other stuff, goblin, skeleton, goldfish, mouse, have a little goldfish there. But yeah, in the next episode, I'm going to go over to the underground corruption over to the left, because I got rid of all of the shadow orbs over to the one right nearby. So I'm going to go over there and defeat the Eater of Worlds, because I really want to. And I think there might be some stuff which might happen later on. I don't know what sort of special thing they'll be able to drop. I'm not actually sure what thing most things will be able to drop. Let me see if I can see the zombie merman. Look at that. It looks very creepy. So does the wandering eyefish. They seem to be rare. I think that might be a rarity thing. Yeah, they seem to be pretty high on the rarity, which is pretty cool. I still want to see if I can get the summon, because I think it summons like a vampire frog, which I want, because it will be very, very nice. I do want to eventually make more houses, but I'm going to wait until I actually get a meteorite to land somewhere in my world, so then I can actually start on the underground one. And I want to make sure that I know what NPCs will go where, so then I can start doing stuff around that. Because right now I only know that the Demolitionist and the Goblin Tinker want to go underground. And then some want to go into the hollow, some want to go into the jungle, some want to stay at the surface. So I want to put them in the right place. Also, I found out that the happiness thing basically is just a discount thing. So then if they're happy, then they'll have a discount on their items, which can be very good if you get an expensive thing like the mini shark, which is a very, very expensive item at 35 gold, or leaf wings, which you can buy off the witch doctor, which I have not gotten, which costs 1 platinum, which is a very, very high amount, which means that, oh, hold on, that I can sit in chairs. You weren't able to sit in chairs before, but now I can sit in chairs. That is very nice. I'm able to sit down in a chair with my little slime thing, or maybe even Town Cat Tilly over here. Everyone's favorite Town Cat Tilly. Good Tilly. Good Town Cat Tilly. But in any case, next episode, fight Eater of Worlds with the new Demon Scythe. But this is all I have time for in this episode. So thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next episode. 3, 2, 1.